So start recording, reduce it down. All right, can you now remove yourselves? And if I ask a question, feel free just to unmute yourself and come in and just offer your knowledge, all right? So this is where we are. Norris is in, okay, good. I think. This is where we are. We had a quick look through the the probability section. We did a little bit of everything from that. It's really your responsibility to do an awful lot of that. There's only 2 sections in Unit 6. Section 17 is all the probability, all of that, all the experimental probability, the relative frequency, the theoretical probability, it's all there. So it's your responsibility to revise that thoroughly in order for us to be successful in our assessment and in order for us to carry forward our knowledge of mathematics. So here's the stats then. Simple tables. Let's just do some together. Hopefully you can see that. If not, you need your book. I'm on page 227. If you're on mic, take yourself off mic unless you want to come in and have a little chat with us and share knowledge. I'm going to go straight for this one here, just for the fun of doing a table. The frequency table shows the number of pets owned by the class in 7B. No one had more than 5 pets. How do you know that? There's no number after 5, and there's nobody with, say, 6 pets. Okay, so how do you work out how many pupils there are in class 7B? Somebody call that out. How would you do it? Thank you. You add that lot. This is the amount of kids in class 7B. This is the amount of pets. So don't add up the pets and say there are 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. There are not 15 kids in the class at all. I think that comes to about 25. Anyway, how many pupils have got no pets, by the way? How many people have no pets? Yep, there it is right there. Good. How many pupils have fewer than 3 pets? I'm doing this one now. I'm just jumping. How many people had fewer than 3 pets? Anyone? Yep. 6 is fewer than 3. These 7, 1 is fewer than 3. These 4, 2 is fewer than 3. So you don't include the 3. So it's 4 plus 7, 11 plus 6, 17 children in class 7B had less than 3 pets. Is that all right? This one here, last one. What percentage of pupils have more than 2 pets? Tell me how to do it, not the answer, just how to do it. I'm getting my pad ready. Here's my pad. Okay. Yep. So that's Ethan, right? So I'm going to write down here 25. Here's 25. Yep. And how many is that? 4. Which question are you doing? Are you doing 3F, 2F, sorry, 3F, rather? F. So what percentage of pupils have more than 2 pets? So what am I adding up? So we have 8 students out of 25 who have more than 2 pets. Yes. So I've got to do a percentage. Oh, in other words, just get it out of 100 essentially. I'll show you 2 ways of doing this. So you multiply that by 4 first to get to 100, then multiply this by 4 to get to... I'm listening. Anyone can come in. Thank you. Which is known as what percentage? Of course, because that's not 32%. That's just 32 divided by 100. So they want you to write it fully as 32% showing your steps. Is that easy? We've done this before? I think we have. So here's the next little question. So I'm just going to fly through it. So what we're doing is some quick revision. A tally chart means putting little lines here when we did our probability, like little lines, click, 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 click. So what you would do, you take your 22 and you go one little line, cross it off, 25. put it there, bam, one little line. Got it? So you can keep a tally of what's going on. Don't keep it all in your mind and try and remember the frequency. That comes later. So I think I did question 2 briefly. Ages of people visiting a library one Saturday are recorded in the group frequency table shown just there. How many people visited the library in total? How do you plan to do that? All the frequencies, done. How many people were between 21 and 50 years of age? It says between 21 and 50. How many people were between 21 and 50? It's not 20. Are they between 21 and 50? What about that lot? Are they between 21 and 50? Are they between 21 and 50? So you need to add up this lot. What does that come up to? I agree. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. So that's fine. So we can interpret tables. You've got to read them carefully, not get cheeky with it. And now we're on to bar charts. But I'm not going to do the basic one. I'm not going to do that either, or that. Of course, I will test it. But I like dual bar charts. I'm not going to draw on my book because that's just be naughty. I will look at their one though. So let's have a little look, shall we? Just a quick look. And then we're going to move on. Well, I've gone blurry. Help me, Soph. And stop before it breaks. Right, this dual bar chart shows the number of houses sold by 2 different estate agents. So Frida and Mike are the estate agents, and they've been working for 4 months. So Frida is dark blue and Mike is a lighter blue there. How many houses did Frida sell in April? Frida, April. Either look at your textbook or look carefully on the screen like I am. Okay. This is Frida. Who are we talking about? She sold 14 houses in April. Look, between 16 and 12 is 14. Got it? So be very careful, V-Chip. I know I said 20 because you weren't watching the bars carefully enough. You've got to understand that Frida, and I did say very clearly, is the dark blue and Mike is the lighter blue or grey. So even when you went for Frida, you still read it across a 16. Be very careful. So in which months, you need to stop singing, in which months did Mike sell more houses than Frida? So in which months did Mike sell more than Frida? Somebody else speak? January for sure, that's a bigger bar. April, I agree. So that's fine. So you understand the dual bar chart. Just be very careful because it's 2-dimensional. There's 2 things you're looking at and you've got to be able to read across the scale carefully. All right, well, I'm not even going to look at the next one because that's not been drawn for us, and Tim and Stuart look very, very similar on my video there. Pictograms. Can you put yourself on mute? It's a bit loud. Okay, someone's banging, you need to stop. Look at question 4. Somebody read to me if you've got your book in front of you. I don't know what question you're doing. I'm doing question 4 on page 234. Thank you. Carry on. Okay, how many people didn't watch any films at all? Good. One of those is 10 of those guys. How many watched 5 films? How many watched 5 films or more? You missed it. How many watched 5 films or more? Yeah, so I've got 10, 20 and half a 10, 25. So I'm not looking at this, I'm just doing my own question. Is that all right? What's the most common number of films watched? Correct. Straight away, you can see from the pictogram that is a bigger amount of people without having to do the maths. You don't need to do the maths. You can see 10, 20, 30. But anyway, it's loads of them. And here we have Jess and her green bags. I remember setting that one for homework. And what's left? Pie charts, line charts. I just want to show you one or two things. Are you happy with drawing line graphs like that based upon data? You've all done it, I've marked it, it's not difficult. This is in fact interpreting a line graph done by Terry. So here's Terry's situation. And let's try and do a little bit of Terry because it's a lot to read. I'll read it for you. So Terry buys a new car for £8,000. She records its value each year for the next 8 years. So in 0 years, it's brand new, 8,000 quid. Right up to 8 years worth of ownership. So she kept the car, which is okay. I would have bought it second hand myself because I can't afford new. So there we go. All right, so how much was the car worth after 3 years? If you got your book, use it. If not, try and look on the screen. 3 years. How much is the car worth? Thank you, guys. So you go up to 3, turn left, go boom like that, and there it is, 6,500. Part B, how long did it take before the value dropped below £6,000? Well, so 1 year, no. 2 years, I'm not below yet. 3 years, I'm not below. 4 years, I'm not below. Yet on the 5th year, I've dropped below £6,000. Can I move on? No. How long have we been going for roughly? Because I don't want this to be too long. I want to give you time to do some serious revision by yourself. It's pie charts next. We'll do pie charts and then stop, I think. And then we'll have a little final session today. We're going to look at, I don't know, let's look at jazz and all the rest of it. I'm on page 238. So, can somebody with a good clear microphone read to me about Katie, please? Let's go. Katie? Yep. So these are her results. Right. Which two types of music are equally popular? Rock and jazz. Oh, there's a 90 and there's a 90. I think you're right. What fraction of the people picked pop music? And they want you to simplify it. What? A third picked pop. I'll tell you why. Because it's 120 degrees out of a total of how much? Thank you, 360. I can then chop off some zeros. I've got 12 over 36, which is in fact a third. Brilliant, yeah. A third of the people were into pop music. Let's get that out of the way. I can't teach how to do constructing of pie charts in a hurry, but the original one I did with you, I kept it. So I've scribbled on it, I'm afraid, but I will show you it. I will show you it. It's got scribbles on it because I've been doing some other thinking, but there it is. I'll try and remove all the scribbles and stretch this just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit so it looks circular. Do you remember this? It's our one. In fact, this is a year 8 one, I think. Doesn't matter. Thing is, can you see? You start from the centre and go to the top. Do you see my little line there? That little bit just there? Can you see that little bit just there? Can you see that little bit just there? That's me using my protractor, right? Remember, use my protractor, and I said turn it round, and that becomes the new line that goes up. And then after you got the blue, you turn it round again, and you go around this way with your protractor. Is that okay? Because remember, I'm testing this as well. So look, if you come back online, show your faces again, that'd be lovely.